me to get protection.
Well,
You know,
a
what
little
could
bit
she
of looking
possibly?
after each other there, because that had to be terrifying, period. I mean, whether it was a person or not something you could see.
She was seeing. So I believe. Well, I know animals for a fact. I know animals can see these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you see your dog or your cat looking out at nothing, and then they become attentive, their tail or their ears perk up, they're seeing something. Okay.
Yes.
But fortunately, 90% of what they're, more than 90% are benign, so they don't sense any anger or anything negative, or they'd be barking all the damn time. But we went over a lot of the things that, I was afraid of that I didn't actually emphasize in the book. And I think he wanted to know, too. He was not a real firm believer in the paranormal, but he wanted to know, did I really believe in the paranormal? So I took him on a tour of my house, and over every entry door, is a crucifix.
Still to
a blessed
this day.
crucifix. And in my bedroom looks like a shrine. I've got rosaries, crucifixes. I've got a 100-year-old statue of the Infant of Prague that came from Rome, and nothing can enter my room in his bed. So I sleep like a baby. But he realized that, yeah, I did believe it. And there are things that we talked about. He had spoken to other people from other movies, and he brought up some movies to me, and I told him that's all BS. It's all BS. I said, if anybody ever tells you a story that's their ghost story, and they laugh at all in the middle of it or something like that, oh, the ghost came in, ha, 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 ha. I said, that they're telling you BS. I said, because there is nothing funny. I've done, 50 podcasts. You'll never hear me laughing about anything regarding the book at all. It's not funny. It'd be like telling you about my first heart attack. Nothing humorous happened there. And that's how I feel about Campbell Street.
I know. I've never heard any levity from you relevant to that.
Yeah, it's an experience. I can't describe it to people who haven't experienced it, because it's an experience that just plays on every one of your emotions, and it deprives you of sleep. One thing I didn't put in the book was any of my crazy dreams or my wife's dreams. We had some real baffling ones, and it plays with your sleep. You get sleep deprived. You start to get paranoid of, if something's misplaced, you start to think, who misplaced it? Did it misplace it? Where is it at? And you start freaking out. And there's nothing at all that's funny about it.
No.
So when someone talks about it, I can talk about it, but immediately I get the feeling that I had when I was there. I can get this feeling.
Really? Still?
Yeah. It's like I cannot watch the video that you posted, the one that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
If I watch that, within 1 minute, I'm smelling the room, I'm feeling the vibes, and I can't take it. So that it's from my readers that they pointed out what was over my right shoulder. There's a frame in there where something's over my shoulder. And there's another frame about at a minute and a half where a ghost starts to come through the door and then backs off the bedroom door, and you can see it clearly. I don't like watching that. It bothers me. I wouldn't go back there. I've been offered. So I was contacted a couple of years ago by an attorney in Chicago who wanted me to come and go through the place. It was in foreclosure at the time. So he said, "Would you come to Chicago? We won't pay your expenses. We'll pay you so much money, and we're going to do a documentary." And I said, no.
Oh, my.
And of course, a lot of times people think money drives everybody. So he raised the money. He said, I'll give you some more. And I told him, I said, you don't have enough money for me to go there. I said, I won't go there for anything.
Well,
people don't realize. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I want to continue to address this. We have to take a little 3-minute break. We're already 20 minutes in. This is going way too fast. But this is 3 minutes. We'll be back on the flip side. And you are listening to Paranormal Experience with my guest, Edwin F. Becker. We'll be back in 3.
You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio, broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, come on. I'm Southern, but... Nope. That'll do. Hello. I am Kat Hobson, host of Paranormal Experience here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. I enjoy having guests from all areas of the paranormal, from ghosts to ufology to cryptids and beyond. You'll find some of the best researchers in their fields bringing you some great information. Join me on Wednesday nights from 8 to 10 p. Eastern here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Sorry, folks.
The time is 23 minutes after the hour. And we are back. So thank you so much for being here with us. I am absolutely thrilled to have my guest, Edwin Becker, here with me. And he was sharing with us about his personal haunting. The book is True Haunting. Going to be a motion picture as well. And I did not realize that video was going to be upsetting, or I would not have made it. And I was telling you during the break, people miss half the show when they miss the breaks, that no one I know that I consider trustworthy who has gone through a haunting of your nature has ever cracked a smile or had any levity at all in discussing it. Because while the person who is like all agog, wanting to hear all the details and discuss and, tell me more, and what about this? They've never experienced that. Or they would know that it's very difficult, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Tell Pridemore in the chat room it's going to be at the movie theaters. It's not a made-for-TV. Not made for TV.
Not made for TV. Real screenwriters, real filming. She had another question in chat also, which was, do you travel with crucifixes? Yeah, is there protection in your car? And do you keep it around you all the time?
Oh yeah, no, I keep a St. Michael in my car, and I wear a crucifix myself. So I'm protected wherever I go. And, people who've never experienced this, they think it's unusual, or they think maybe I'm a little bit off. But I know what these things can do.
Yes.
And I know that they can attach themselves to you. They can follow you. They don't know distance or time. They just don't. And I just don't want them anywhere near me. I wouldn't go back and visit that place because I'm not going to give them another crack at me.
Right.
That's for damn sure. But you don't find humor in a subject like that, and then what happens is after if you everybody's using the term paranormal survivors. I don't happen to like that term because it kind of implies that there must be paranormal non-survivors, which I've never met any of them. Okay.
I've met people who lost their grasp of reality and were affected permanently by that.
Oh yeah.
By what happened to them.
Oh yeah, I know a number of those people.
They didn't die, but they were never the same in very deep ways.
Yeah, no, I know a number of those people, and it's something that I always warned investigators about. And of course, some of them think I'm being silly, but when they go into, if I'm on a program with an investigator, and he says they're going to go into this, blah 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 asylum, I ask them, are you protected? Do you have protection? And they'll say, oh yeah, and I'll say, what is it? And they say a prayer before they go in.
Yes.
And I find that humorous because what's that going to do? If I always tell them, if you're going to go into a lion's cage, say the prayer and then walk into the lion's cage and see what the hell happens. God's going to look down on you and say, what kind of an idiot did I create? And that recently just happened. It was a tiger, though.
Yes.
It tore a guy up.
Yes.
He
Very
decided to walk
recently.
But yeah, paranormal survivor, you can survive, but you're left with feelings and a residue in your mind. Like I walked away, and one of the things I walked away with was the ability to sense spirits.
I did not know that, Ed.
Yeah, if I walk into a building and there's an entity there, I can feel it, especially if they're strong. Now, I can't always sense whether they're negative or positive, but I can tell you whether they're strong or not. And we were here at the Shriner's Temple here, and I was told that down in the basement it's haunted. Well, I walked around the whole basement, and I didn't feel anything, a damn thing. Well, we had to go upstairs to get a video projector, and we got up in the hallway where the business office was, and it was like, here's where your spirit's at. He was in that hallway. Yeah, I could just feel it very, very strong. And it's something that you can't deny, you can't escape. Sometimes it's uncomfortable because you don't know what these things are doing, really. I mean, you can't see them. That's the reason I think most of these investigators go out and into these places. They're brave, okay? They're brave because there's something invisible.
Yes. Yes. I
You
mean,
know,
they think that it's not going to be a